subscribe over on YouTube and let's wrap this up, chat.
Also no lol, but me and my co-worker I know from my old day SP got low count package and stops.
Wait, low count?
Oh Troy,
Not bad,
it's
right?
official, From Software is making a multiplayer Elden Ring spin-off.
Oh, here we go.
One of the biggest announcements at the Game Awards 2024, Elden Ring Nitron is sure to shock fans of From Software's Souls games. This 3-player game is unlike anything the legendary developer has made before, and it's fair to say it'll raise more than a few eyebrows across the internet.
Really? Okay, that made sense.
We
now.
did question it.
We did. I don't blame you. I'll be questioning that too. Hopefully that don't mean they cutting them warp that, delay them off. Hopefully that's not happening. But I thought that what that kind of looked like. You remember I pointed out there were enemies in that trailer that were from Dark Souls 3. So and they say it was standalone. So I think it might be just you know how once again
I'm not in danger lol if anything were to happen.
Okay, that leaked good. That leaked good on your end.
I'm one of the top 10% best drivers in Amazon across regional.
You're hoping they leave you alone then. Hopefully that title will get them to leave you alone. Hopefully. But but chat, you know how we were talking about a moment ago about how games should be made cheaper, for the betterment of gameplay, time, stress, work, all that. I think that Elden Ring might be an example of that, isn't it? You know, I think that might be a good example of taking a whole bunch of assets they have from previous From Software stuff and then loading it into letting like encounter. Now the question gonna be, this is gonna be my question about this. Is it gonna operate like Neo, or is it still gonna be open world? You know, since it still take place in land between.
Does the lore of Nitron tie into the stories of Elden Ring or Shadow of the Erd Tree, or even a possible Elden Ring 2? Or is it completely standalone?
I'm calling it now. Also, wait, I'm guessing.
Well, they will. The work I do is something they won't let go, and I know Amazon loves me in general cause I did go on that ride along with the regional warehouse management guy, John Lol. Junior Ishizaki, we'd like fans to think of Nitron as an Elden Ring spin-off, first and foremost. The story is completely separate and parallel to the world of Elden Rings. If you had to tie it in some way, we have the events of the Shattering in the original game. After the events of the Shattering, this is a completely separate branch of the Elden Ring story.
I don't play video games no more. I never play video games. What's in the fucking box?
There we go. I was getting ready to bring up a Gundam video. You got saved from Gundam videos.
It's basically Metal Gear Survive.
You got lucky, chat. You got lucky. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause like just dwelling on it, and then with that confirmation, I'm wondering if we're gonna play like Neo. You know how Neo, Elite Neo, I think 1 have it. I think 2 did well. I don't know about 2, but I'm gonna say it does. You guys verify one way or another. But you know how Neo had like the individual levels that you pick from a map, and you went to, and then you ran through, kill a boss, and then you went back to the map, and you did that. I think that's what they're gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be open world. Gonna be my guess. I think the design is going to be probably more like that. You pick like, oh, this is a dungeon, or this a you know, boss arena, or you know, whatever. Which also end up playing about like the movement stuff, and probably honestly the movement stuff is probably also more testing for future projects. Let's be honest, everything to test game dev usually, especially someone of the caliber of From Software. So I'm kind of curious to know if it's going to be like that. It's just going to be like, you have a map, you have missions on a map, like Hell Dival.
Test these nuts.
Oh, I will. And then it will be like, you pick the map, and then it just be like 1 to 4 player, and just find you a team. I wonder what they're going to be.
There's a huge ass Q&A. Go read it in your own time. That interview is too damn long. I just chose an interesting bit.
Holy shit, you're not kidding. You are not kidding. My fucking God. Yeah, it's safe to say, IGN knew about that for a hot minute. Also, hang on, let me see. Any free to play? Let's see. I'm curious. We got 1 of 7. Yeah, freedom. No talk of free to play at all in there. Well, that is interesting. That is very interesting. Oh, I'm guessing it's going to be a buy to play game, huh? I wonder that Bandai just being like, give up live server games. You know, Bandai, I've been trying to find that live server game for them. You know, with what they've been doing with, what was it, like, oh God, the Grand Blue stuff. What they try to do with Gundam. Like, what they're doing with Tekken always been multiplayer, but whatever. Not counting also like what they were trying to do with Boot Protocol and whatnot. Maybe there's a part of that initiate where like, hey, we need a live server game from software, get to it. Also, that might also a point line from software a while ago was saying they had like 20 games in production. You know, that might also check out that statement they did.
Like this is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't. Yeah,
I'll probably read over all that, and that might be what will be tomorrow's video. I'll just read over it and do a video about that shit. You know, since my phone software stuff usually do pretty good. Like, my God. So that is a lot. That is probably, 2-3 hours breaking that shit down. Also, how my controller doing? Hey, there we go. We're back. By the way, hello YouTube. We are back on YouTube. We're back on both YouTube channel, I should say. So yeah, let's finish up the fight. Let's finish up the fight, get through the cutscene, get a save, and then we will go from there. That way I'm not sitting here, all night. We kind of ran out of time before the Game Awards started, so here we are now. So let's finish this up. After Orn get ready to die, champ. That is a long one-up, champ. Oh my God. Yeah, I am too. I wonder if that means like that game will probably be out in the next like couple of months. I wonder if that's gonna end up being like a February or March game. There it is. Is it like so much there and so like open about it? Like hell, we might even see like a beta tech come like February and then the game come out like March or April. I feel like that's something that could happen here. Hey, wow, 6 level 1 keys. Oh, that. I have some plan for that.
The others.
I have some plan for them keys, champ. Also, safe to say, they're not dead yet, champ. Or went away yet. I would not stand out in the open like that. Yep, them people are dead. Man, that's a powerful gun. That's a real powerful gun. Holy hell. Roughly, I think it was like 8 or 9 months out. Like, don't get me wrong, we knew about Elder Wayne, but I want to say when they actually really showed it and became real to the public beyond, you know, rumors and shit. At least when they did like the big reveal of it, I want to say it was within like, what was that? I think they showed it in like September, and then the game was out in like January, February. So it was about a 6-month leeway, roughly 6 to 7. Don't worry, it's fine, chat. I'm only missing half of my yield. It's fine. Stay point. Stay point. And a lot of corpses. Wes and Pete. Good job, Tita. Instant painlet death. I don't know about that one, chat. I don't know about the whole painlet death situation, chat. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not exactly buying it.
Crispy.
They all, half of these people have been
flame
cooked.
calls to me, not by its
Oh
warmth
my God.
or its pumpkin spiced aroma, but by its desire
It wasn't a good body
for
to find for the
calamity
cat.
and destruction.
It's not a good body to find. Slightly warm, but no sign of breathing. Well, we know who Fire Kitty killed. Well, at least we know that. Wait, where we going, chat? You know, kind of probably not like a chest over here, to be honest. I remember like screaming at our dad from the river, or the ocean, I mean. But I don't know if that's gonna work here, you know. Oh,
What's going on?
there we go.
Why? What? What's going on?
Found the dude, chat. Yeah, you all kind of dead. Bye, Godzilla.
Don't you run away from me!
Fuck you, kid. I got daddy issues. And more important. It's so much more important, chat.
Everyone, stand back. I'll summon.
You won't hurt it.
Your powers are still too weak.
For now, chat.
But
You wait till
Must
she
do
get on
something.
arm track.
You can't.
Bell thought sending, lady. She declined. Me and Joe, we level up at the same time, chat. And we all just leveling up in chat right now, including you, Joe, somehow.
I
have no idea what I was thinking when I ran after Sin that day. Before I knew what I was doing, there I was, chasing him down like a thief at market. Maybe I was angry. Maybe I wanted to go home. I kept thinking of Zanarkand and my old man.
Can I walk? Okay, no, we're doing cutscene. Got it.
What?
They say you don't practice anymore, that you're gonna retire.
Let them talk. I'm still the best.
They say you're no good because you drink all the time.
Oh, God, Daddy, an abusive alcoholic.
Man, I want mainline Final Fantasy to hit like this again.
I know why.
Tomorrow, maybe.
Why not today?
Why do today what you can leave for tomorrow?
The true saying of a slacker, champ. What would you say the last Final Fantasy that hit like that for you, T.I.? Was it 10?
I thought I sensed my old man there.
Was it 12 or 13?
Somewhere. Or maybe it was just Sin's toxin playing tricks on my mind.
Cause I was like 15 had it, but the problem with 15 is like it was all nil like the end.
How
Well,
many
that one
died
like
today?
Well, I feel like
People
that
die
one.
And Yuna dances.
Oh, here we go.
When will she stop dancing? When will it stop? Yuna won't stop dancing. Not until Sin is gone. Those were my thoughts then. I think.
That deep. Yeah, because I feel like 15 had it, but it's like so far near the end of the game.
Ended here today.
Before it started hitting like this.
Yours goes on, I see.
But that one very much like hills and valley of that shit. Like get dark and then it get like lighthearted and then dark again.
But I remained here.
With my survival guilt. But it very much like in that camp a lot. Of like the game does a really good job of like the pacing of the darkness with the more like hopeful. I love 12, but I felt like meant something. Yeah. But my memory of 12, like back in the day, once again. When the Wii Mantle came out, I played a little bit of it. I made it to when you had the little kid following you around, like the train yard, whatever that was. Well, I thought when the Wii Mantle came out, because I had other things I had to do. But like playing it Elite back when it came out on the PS2, like I felt kind of the same way on that. It was good, but yeah, I think the story itself was just like missing something. I don't know if because the story was so like, Star Wars met with, with the Evil Elite stuff. It just wasn't clicking. Something about 12 at the time did not click. I wonder if it is like, missing that like vibe of storytelling, maybe.
You were in contact with Sin again. The toxin. Are you okay?
Or now you killing? Who I got? Oh, we got a couple level. I probably should do something about this, shouldn't I? All right. You know? Okay, hang on, chat. What do we get for Tita?
15 was the same way, missing something because of Trouble's development. Then
Yeah.
12 had like long periods of no story, plus the whole shoehorning in Varn. And 13 felt a little overdramatic. And I also didn't really buy their camaraderie.
Yeah. I agree for the most part. I do say like 15. Like, I would say after Leviathan. Like, the stuff that happened in Leviathan was just like almost got to that point, but the problem with that is the stuff that honestly probably would hit that fully home got turned into DLC, which I still need to play, which we would do that when we get to 15. I will play all the DLC. But like, yeah, like the stuff that happened after Leviathan, the stuff that happened with Bahamut, and then like the final fight, I would say would be the three moment elite in the bait game of 1.0 anyway. That was probably like the best part and for like that feeling. But the thing was that them like feeling was like very fleeting. You know, well, like we're looking at 10 right now and I'm like, what? 15 hours, 12 hours in?
And I'm kinda iffy on if I like Yuna in 10. But she's way stronger than Luna Freya in terms of characterization.
Yeah. Yuna, like I said, when like for me, I really like Yuna. But then again, like looking at Yuna as someone who was, you know, sheltered and then coming to the realization of life, you know, the whole side of Yevon and what it means and everything. Like I feel like Yuna for me, like I like Yuna more than probably most of the other characters in Final Fantasy. Like don't get me wrong, 9 got up there because I think you know how I talk about in like Final Fantasy 8 how I hate Riona because Riona will remind me of every fucking preppy girl I grew up with, and like I hate that stereotype because I live with that stereotype. With Yuna, I feel like Yuna was on the opposite side. And like I lived with not so much the female like navel type shit of being like, you know, shut off. But like growing up in a community of people that is like Yuna, of being very like shut off and being like, you know, God will show us the way. And watching her slowly get that peeled away from her over, you know, over the events of 10. But very, you know, very, what would be the word for it? Oh God. I don't want to say like a very therapy-like for me, but like very much like seeing that transition and that peeling away of like the handful of people that I seen went through that. And even by proxy, I can even say myself, any if I never was the religious type or believe in the government type or anything. But, you know, like just seeing like the realization of over time in this, it's like very satisfying for me. But because, it, like I said, like I grew up around that shit. Of the people that was, you know, being like Waka. And then like a very select few that became like Yuna. Like that whole breaking away and coming to turn or being waddled aside away from that shit. So that's the reason I love Yuna so much and why I would say Yuna probably like if we remove like character designs, outfits, and just boil it down to like what character hit the closest, for me would absolutely be Yuna. And even more so no playing 1 through 10
Only
at
part
that point.
I don't like is she's a summoner and she barely uses them in cutscenes. Think back to the scenes Yuna actually uses her summons.
Yeah.
And then think of 13 where Lightning uses Odin. Snow uses Shiva.
Yeah.
Shaz and his race car Jorn. That really the only part I don't enjoy about her. I wanted her with a little more backbone with the whole weight she's carrying on her shoulder.
I agree. I agree with that. I think, isn't that technically like the point of Act 2 though? I fucking hate to say that. But isn't that technically like the point of Act 2 about like getting the bone and getting more free? But the problem is with that is you didn't get Act 2. Cause yeah, like what was that? I think the only time she summoned outside of the end would be when she went away from Seymour and jump off that building and she land on the flying summon and they fly off. But yeah, other than that, it like that and maybe 1 or 2 cutscenes at the end with Sin. I feel like most of the stuff she does is like more like in-game engine, like what just happened a second ago about wanting to do a summon, see more stopping it. Or like all summoning though at the beginning to represent, or blessing. So yeah. I think once again, the reason, once again, maybe I'm reading too much into it. I do agree on one hand, it would be nice to see her do more summoning stuff. But I kind of feel like on the other hand, it like, for example, like right now with Seymour, is she still very much the child that would, people were just telling her what to do? And Annie, if she was like, a famous summoner thanks to her dad, it still had that whole controlling about.
Think of all those times she gets kidnapped. Would have been a cool moment of showing her summon but struggling with using them against people.
I agree with that, yes. That's the part I absolutely agree with. Like, yeah, I think that might be one of them cases. Like, obviously with the control thing, that is a big story beat of this is, about, religion, government, and how they have control over people. But yeah, the whole kidnapping stuff, like what happened during the football stuff, that right there would have been a perfect example of that. Like, that would have been, if anything, I kind of feel like once again, maybe they're just not wanting to put more trauma on her. But, also give me a moment, Wag. But, like, if she did do a summon, and then she actually did use it, and then you could have that whole, like, traumatizing side of it, which then could pay off pretty heavily once you get to the end of the game and you find out what actually happening with the summons. But yeah, that could be one of them things that like could very much be like a Kelter shakeup of just like if she did a summon and she did, kill someone or had trouble controlling the summons, and people could still get the upper hand on it, could very much be like soul shaking. As far like maybe building that doubt of like maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm not like my father. I agree with that. I think on the other hand they just decided to go more the way of just the whole doubling down on the concept of control and people who are controlling you that shouldn't be, indicate religion and government. But I do agree. It like that could have been something very interesting for character, to put a little like doubt in it instead of like being like I must do it because of my dad and because of the people that look up to me, thanks to my dad, and thought actually getting into like, like the war of like, are you truly good enough? Or are you a, immature or just like a lesser version of your dad? With Nin could also be more backup with the Guardians being like, no, you good. To help or guide that a little bit better, especially with Orn being the daddy of the group as a sample. But yeah, I do agree on that. I do agree 100% on that. But yeah, it kind of sucked that a lot of that backbone stuff kind of got moved into Act 2 though, and then once again we get Act 2. So, but yeah, I do agree on that end. I agree though, Lee. At least when she got kidnapped by the Owlbat, It's like after the all bed up and what will happen with kidnapping, and like, oh yeah, like if she had that self-doubt, maybe that would, you know, make it where she lively or likely to use the summons. Or once again, like, could also send the whole game being wrapped around the idea of control.
Oh, Troy, you're making me want a Final Fantasy X-3 with Lord Braska.
You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Remember that I've been one of them things that one of the Quato been talking about forever. Who knows if that will happen? But also just like thinking about it, we're gonna do like fanfic shit here. If she did do the summon, have a hard time controlling it, or deal with the guilt of not being able to control it and just mortal everybody, or some people, and you get that like lack of self-esteem because of that shit, and then having the shit with like Seymour like playing into that as well, being like, oh, she knows she's not good enough, or she believes she's not good enough, you know, like, oh, she quacking under the pressure, and just like double down on the control. Because as we all know, it's like, you know, whenever people going through like the darkest time of their life for whatever reason, the biggest thing that happened, which is the main reason why you see so many people fall in religion when bad stuff happen, it because, you know, like that type of controlling mindset of like indicate religion. Fucking love broken people so they can just come in and start like molding them to the way they like. The main reason why cults are so bad. And like if that something like that happened, or she did a summoning and the summon killed one of the Al Bhed people, instead of just like helping her escape and she couldn't control it, then that could be something else, like a trauma that Seymour could like double down on to add any more depth to the whole ideal of control.
If only you had more faith.
Exactly, yeah. It like, you know, exactly that's how Seymour would do it. Like maybe that summon wouldn't kill that person and your fate was stronger in Yevon. Let me teach you Yevon. Oh, maybe your husband wouldn't died from cancer if you just believed in God a little harder. And by proxy, can you please give me your bank account and social security number? And then that way God won't give another one of your loved one cancer ever again. You know? I'm just saying, like, especially any more so with like the subject matter of the game, they could very much double on, or like double down on that type of shit. So, and the game already fucking, you know, deeper than the fucking ocean when it comes to that shit. They could have got any more deeper. But yeah. Also, what was the statement, Wag? Wait, when I state that? When did I state that? I'm confused. I'm confused, Wag. Can you give me context? I don't remember what I said like 20 minutes ago. Can you give me context on that? And then maybe I can give you a better answer there, Wag. But oh yeah, we're gonna look and see what the fuck are we getting from Tita that wide. Let's see if it warp following. Man, I'm going to get to that. Okay. Hang on. I've never seen this fail. Talk to me, voice. Any of you guys can't hear it. Hang on. Oh, okay. I got the context. We good, Whack. Okay, so the one we're referring to about the preppy thing was with like Final Fantasy VIII. But now I get that I ain't really preppy because I saw a lot of it just in general growing up. So once again, keep this in mind, the context of how I grew up, of being in a small town with only a few hundred people. So keep that in mind. Yeah, for Leona. not unit, but for Wiona, and I guess you could say this about Alice a little bit as well. Like the thing was like, well, I grew up. If you was a female, like, don't get me wrong, we still had like the exceptions of the one that like, oh, I'm gonna move away and become something. You know, every plate had that. But yeah, goddamn dyslexia. The reason I have an add-on to be anything I highlight can get read to me by AI voice. The reason I have that. But nonetheless, but yeah, like one of the real bad stereotypes that a lot of girls I grew up with kind of fell into was sadly that whole mindset of like, if I, you know, like example in the case of Wiona, what Wiona did. You know, Wiona comes up to you in Final Fantasy VIII and start hitting on you. And then you start giving her the cold shoulder. And you give her the cold shoulder all the way up to you meet Orvin. And literally the fourth chance she gets was she and Selfie, but you know, we don't think of Dick and Crazy. Remember that, chat. So Selfie doesn't count here. Like the whole time Wiona is like, you know, hitting on her, trying to get our attention. We just don't care. And the second Orvin show up, she is ready to suck his dick. You know, or in Selfie it instantly all over him. Going on about him being the best person ever for jealousy, trying to make jealousy so Cloud would do, or Carl would do something. And you saw this in 7 as well with Alice, when you are in the brothel area. You know, if you're not playing into her, she will just suddenly start like hitting on all the guys to try to make you jealous, to care about her. And well, I grew up, like, there was so much of that shit because, like, well, I grew up, most female option was, you know, if you can't get the guy you want, you go for the net bet thing and hope jealousy will make them chase you. Or they would jump from person to person trying to get one or two things. And when they didn't get it, they would just be like, fuck you, break up, go to the net person. And we torn because a lot of where I grew up were very much focused on the whole idea of like, if you were a female, either you were going to be knocked up at 14 if you were lucky and you don't get knocked up at 12, or you start dating one of the local farmers that happened to have money. So because of that, and with it being such a small group of people I grew up with, there was like a lot of that happening, not only with the female but with the dudes as well, like very much doing the whole, like, if anything bad ever happened, they would just drop in and go to the net person. It was like a rotating door of like doing shit to get your way to then get people to date you, and they were just so fucking obnoxious. Once again, the love of growing up in a town with a few hundred people in it. You know, everybody know everybody, everybody sleeping with everybody, you know the routine. But yeah, that's the main reason why I did not like Selfie and I didn't like Ellis. Because they both had very similar tendencies.
Wait, can you give me an example of the rotating door thingy?
So the example would be, okay. So that would be like example. It'd be, like I said, it went both ways. You know, male, female, it didn't matter. But it would, you know, it was a little more heavy on the female side. Was example of it being like the one that always stuck out to me is like every year during Valentine's Day, you could buy roses and then they would like deliver it to the clap room and give it to people and with little tags and shit on it. So there was a lot of time, just that example would be like someone was dating somebody and they were like, I want a rose, and they didn't get it for whatever reason. They would literally break up with the person and then literally start like hitting and start trying to date / fuck the best friend of the person. So it was like a lot of that shit. Or like, oh, you didn't take me out to see a movie, or I wanted to see. You didn't want to take me across state line and see a movie. Because, you know, we had to travel across state line for everything. Like, oh, you're not going to take me to see the movie. I'm breaking up with you. Now I'm fucking your brother or your sister. And the whole time I'm doing it, I'm telling you about it, hoping you get jealous enough to fight for my love and attention so we can start dating again. And that's what I meant by revolving door, you know, because it was such a small town. Everybody just kind of was like a revolving door going from one person to the net, to the net, to the net, back to the beginning. And it's just like an endless cycle going in a circle. And like I said, Leona and Ellis give me that vibe so much. And that's the main reason why, like, I can't do it now. Like, they would not be like Bet Kelto or waifu list at all. And then, you know, you also have in the case of A, you have Quintus, which, you know, she is a pedophile, so you know that instantly a no-go. But or any of you want to do the argument like, oh, she like the same age, or like she's still doing power trucks, which is still shitty. But yeah, that's the main reason why I didn't like Ellis or Leona. Which one? I think that's the main reason why Final Fantasy IX was so refreshing when I was playing it, because, you know, Daggle with none of that. And like Daggle and Monkey Dude, I can never remember how to pronounce the name. Chat, love of getting rid of voice acting. Whatever the main character name was, the Z Monkey, whatever his name is. And like the reason when I was playing, I was saying like, man, this is so much of a better love story because it like, you know, it was a love story without the bullshit. And like, I think that also kind of the thing about like Final Fantasy X as well is also the love story have a not really any bullshit on it, because, you know, 9 and a 9-2 character that kind of, you know, fell in love because of, you know, the attitudes and opinion on things that kind of started like overlapping in a way that makes sense. And then like Final Fantasy X love story is like, you know, two kids that, you know, thought like bonding over you know, not only the trauma of everything, but also the realization of, like I said, oneself and what controlling parts are over them right along, with the umbrella of someone great standing over it, with Yuna being, or Dad being the last summoner to kill Sin, and Tidit being not only his dad being, you know, a giant celebrity in his time, but also, you know, being one of Yuna dad like guardians. So he's like famous in both timelines. And, you know, dealing with, once again, with the control of breaking free from that shadow that they are trapped under, and bonding over that to become better people, to help them overcome that. Is the reason why, like, 10 love story is also really good. But yeah, Ellis and Leona are just like, no. They reminded me way too much of a lot of people I grew up with. So much. But yeah. Yeah, I got taken like 3 to 4 times. Yeah, I agree. In retrospect, especially over like what, the last like 20 years of this game, absolutely it's easy to like nitpick. And also, let's be honest, like, I'm a firm believer in nothing is perfect, and everything can be nitpicked if you look hard enough. Sometime in good ways, like our fan fiction we doing right now with, you know, World Summoning. And then in other times it just, you know, it just mean. But yeah, like overall, I don't think it really anything wrong with like nitpicking in retrospect. Cause, you know, I think honestly, I think nitpicking in retrospect, if anything, show how good the product was to make you care enough to think about it outside.
I don't know, Rag. I just find a lot of characters in Final Fantasy games to be, I hope, surely, Purposely dumb. Like Tidus.
I think the dumb thing kind of come in with the whole trying to make empty slates, why not being an empty slate for you to manifest yourself on top of, to be honest. Oh god, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the nitpicking thing is like, I think honestly, if you can like nitpick stuff, also when it loads, I will see the video. There we go. I'm a firm believer.
Even
like,
the ones that aren't playable?
Okay, some of that might just be anime tropes. maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they all secretly dumb anime trope. And you know, you gotta always have that dumb comedy relief people around, no matter how serious, you know, the anime or whatever it is. You know, you always gotta have that one person, I guess. Maybe it's just that. But yeah, I'm a firm believer like nitpicking a sign of something good that inspire you to think outside the box.
We all know the type. Vanille was the one in 13.
Yeah. Yeah, because I get technically what? Probably, yeah, Titus at 10, Vanille at 13. Final was it in 9. 8 had Selfie. 7 technically had Kate Sith. No, actual Kate Sith, not who Kate Sith actually was. 6. Yeah, 6 had technically Locke. Technically, I think Locke still have a lot more in common with the monkey dude in 9. Well, he wasn't like dumb, but you know, he was obviously meant to be the comedy relief of the good of the group. 5 has Butt. 4 is Cecil because Cecil is so fucking dumb about his wife. 3, I think everyone in 3 was pretty much that way because they was all pretty lighthearted for the most part. Like, I know you can kind of debate the white maid lady.
Cecil was dumb in 4 cause he kept letting Kane hump his wife's leg.
Not only that, but every other male that they ever met in every city ever. But yeah, Cecil is kind of dumb on that end. Like I said, 3, I think 3, all of them were kind of that. They all were supposed to be children. So they were a little more carefree in general. 2 is, well, everybody in 2 are just dumb and they don't know how to stay alive, and then 1 doesn't count because they were all blank slate. But yeah. But yeah, Selby is absolutely crazy. Like, example here. Hell, like, I think T.I. should give the perfect example of Selfie. Like, this whole thing of, like, let's be honest. Like, Selfie, I wouldn't say Selfie in, like, the full dumb camp by any means. It's just Selfie a very, like, autistic heavy. Or, like, stereotype heavy. You know, if you can't tell by the train statement here. But the thing was about Selfie is, like, I think Selfie fell into the camp that we all fall into under the autism spectrum of, you know, of having very specific outlooks that can come across as crazy and unsettling. But yeah, we do got this song right here. Like I said, the thing that always will pop in my head about Selfie, like the one thing that will forever live in my head went free about it, and you can tell the game came out pre 9/11, was literally when you get to an invisible city. Oh no, was it? No, it wasn't invisible city. When you were attacking the giant.
Do I need to mention her banging the console to try and stop the missiles?
Hey, whatever, walk. You know, when in doubt, hit button. But yeah, that is a good point. But then again, who didn't slap the side of a TV to get it to work in the 90s? Let's be honest. But But the thing about Selfie was like she moved into like the like don't think you're taking crazy camp. But like when we were attacking the area where the Queen and Cypher was at the end of what was it, Dit 3, I believe.
Oh fuck. Wait. Tidus did the same thing.
You're not wrong, he did. He did that in the beginning. But the thing that got me about Selfie was all being like, oh, they were talking about like, how are we gonna get into the, you know, the evil bait where the Queen is, and like, how are we gonna do it? And then Selfie was like, how about we wham our ship in it? And then, you know, it continue on for like, I know, like 10, 15 minutes of just random other stuff. And then she'd do it. She literally whammed the Ragnarok into the building so they could get inside the building to fight the Queen and Cypher for the end of Dit 3. And then also she did have that moment on the train back when you were supposed to be assassinating the president, where she wanted to use a rocket launcher to blow it up. And she probably would have if she had one. So, you know, then again, I guess on the other side of that, you know, with the whole obviously autistic, very much coded heel, very much ahead of the time in the 90s. I guess the whole thing of like cutting straight to the point and doing the fastest way possible, check out for Selfie pretty good. Like now thinking about it, I actually do check out. Never mind. Either way, I still don't want to stick my dick in someone that won a 9/11 building. So pre 9/11, but nonetheless, no thanks. But you know, I guess if you can match that energy, how about it? But yeah, like that was the one thing when I was playing it, not that playthrough for Final Fantasy VIII, but when I did my playthrough back in like 2018, 2019, like when I did that playthrough right before the HD collection came out, and that was the fourth time I beat Final Fantasy since I was a teenager. Like, I didn't realize, once again, probably because I was almost illiterate with how bad my dyslexia was back then, that probably doesn't help. But, like, doing it then, like when I went back in 2018, I very quickly learned, like, oh my god, you don't fuck with Selfie. Like, she over here, like, let's blow it over the rocket launcher. She would have. Let's fall in love with trains. She does. Let 9/11 it building. She does. It's just like, if she said she's gonna do something, it's like, if she had the power around her to do it, she would absolutely do it, no matter how fucking crazy it is. You know, if you couldn't gather that from whamming the wagon and walk into that building like point blank. So, yeah, the selfie of the whole thing. Yeah, it happened a lot in your high school. I will. So you know exactly what I'm talking about then, Wag. Yeah. I kind of feel like that happens in the bigger schools as well, but I feel like the smaller the community, the more it happened. Because I saw a lot of grown-ups that did the same shit in my hometown. You know, just jumping around. Enjoy your level. Do you think they're going to keep, but do you think they are going to keep doing a remake after 7? That is a good question. I don't know. I kind of hope, but I don't know if that's going to be the case, especially since, you know, for obvious reasons. You know, every time I make a new Final Fantasy 7, you know, just like less and less sales. And also it doesn't help that, you know, locking into one platform. And knowing how backbone it is with the whole thing of like, everything a failure, not selling billions of copies, cancel it. You know, like the shit they did with like, you know, the Two Wheel stuff and Deus Ex and all that shit. I don't know, because I feel like obviously the answer would be if they did do any more remake, that not like them soft remake, you know, like the stuff they did with Secret of Mana, You know, what was it? I think Star Ocean, well, because Star Ocean is Enix, right? Which in Proxy Expo Enix now. I think that was white. You know, they will probably keep doing stuff like that. But as far as like the high budget like we make, honestly, I feel like at that point they only have what? Two options. Which is Final Fantasy 6 and 9. Like, I would love to see a high budget version of like 6. Like, absolutely. 9, now I feel a little more questionable about 9. Like, don't get me wrong, it'd be great to see a remake of 9, but at the same time, it's like I'm kind of happy with 9, especially want that like the voice act stuff get done. Like, one voice acting is fully in 9 with them 4K mods we were playing with. I'm kind of okay with 9. But yeah, I like 9 and 6 are the two I would want to see, and probably the two that deserve the remake the most. And then, you know, and then after that, getting into like the other quoting and stuff, you know, like your Chrono Triggers and you know, your Vagrant Story type. But I don't know. I don't know if like Final Fantasy 6 or 9. In the overall scheme of thing of numbers on a spreadsheet, I don't know if that is big enough for them to invest like they did with 7. Like, that would be the question. Because, you know, both of them games are like loved, but at the same time, neither one of them games are Final Fantasy 7, especially in the West. So I would hope so, but if they top after 7, I wouldn't be surprised. Obviously 9. Like, 9 been the one that had been rumored the most, and I feel like in retrospect, 9 have become fairly well loved in the Final Fantasy community in the West, or as much as it can. So I think 9.
Well, they have shown they love doing remakes. Like the Stat Ocean remakes.
Yeah.
The Romancing Saga remakes.
Yeah, what was you
the
talking
Mana
about?
remakes.
Yep.
The Front Mission remakes.
Yeah, any of they technically didn't make Front Mission remake. They just licensed that out to other company to do. That is technically, I don't even think Growing like listed anywhere on that game now. But yeah, I think in the distance between like the remakes that are like, you know, in the vein of like Star Ocean, appealed to be in AAA-ness as 7. So who knows? Maybe we will see like 6 and 9, you know, done in that way, like they did with 1 through 6. Who knows that? Maybe that 6 remake they did in that Crystal Pack, whatever, the one that was like $80 for all the game up to 6. Maybe that the closest we're gonna get to a remake. But then again, Quoting have also love remaking. They remade older Final Fantasy hundreds of times.
Well, they don't need to make it in-house. If that was the requirement, we can't count Silent Hill.
Exactly, that is true. But yeah, I think we will probably continue with the like light remake, like all the games you just named, TI. And then the AAA like $billion remake will probably not happen anymore. But if they did do any of them, I think 9 is the obvious one. Especially with how much love still exists for 9, especially in like, you know, Final Fantasy 14 and that like division. And like I said, people have come around on 9 over, you know, the last few decades. So yeah, I think 9 would be the obvious choice for, you know, US and Japan. Any of 7 is the, you know, the one that will probably be the most mainstream anyway. Oh, they'll be at 100% like very artistic coded. They'll be a 100% artistic cover or like completely.
TI still wants an HD 2D Jawn of Xenogears. Imagine it looking like that Star Ocean Jawn.
I do too. I'm right there with you, TI. I'm a firm believer any RPG, might it be Super Nintendo, NES, PS1, like any RPG that you pixel art, might it be pixel art with 3D or just straight up pixel art for everything, I want all them we made in that 82D. I love that art style so much. Like for example, if they remade 6, like, don't get me wrong, it'd be great to see Final Fantasy 6 done like Wii boards and remake. But I would be over the moon if they just did it all like Octopath and just added full voice acting. Like, oh my god, I'd be so fucking happy. Same thing for like Chrono Trigger as well. Like, if we made a Chrono Trigger, I would want it done like that. Like 100%. No, I wouldn't say she likes Zell. I get the Pelison though. I absolutely get the Pelison. But I wouldn't put her in the same camp as Zell.
Well, they couldn't do 6 to be honest. Or we'd be 70 or 80 by the time all its parts came out.
That is true. That is true. They did like the AAA wave. They did break it up. But yeah, there was a lot to like. And not that 6 is like long by any means. Because 6, I think, what, took me 40-ish hours to beat. You know, not long by any means. But in overall scheme of thing, RPG. But I think the thing that would call the most amount of time for 6 would be 6 is just so, like, so much variety between each of the areas and the area you play as each of the party members. You know, there's like a lot of set pieces in 6. I get the way to put it. That would be like a pain in the ass to like completely remake and pull on like high-end 4K HD type shit. Not impossible, but like yeah, that a good probably 10 to 15 years if they went the route of trying to do something like 7. So it'd probably better to just do it in 82D and call it a day. Wait, hang on. What is it? Hang on, chat. We got another Funi review. What we got? Look at me. I remember to unmute the PC now.
Anyway, the group decides that they're completely helpless without their weapons, and so their only hope of overpowering the guards is Zell, because he's already got his weapons, because, as he says, these weapons are these fists o' mine! But first they need to get out of their cell, and since Zell is the one making the plan, oh god, how much do you want to bet it's the stupidest escape plan ever conceived? Oh yeah, it's even dumber than the sick man routine. Zell runs up, knocks on the door, and informs the guards that the ladies have all been bitten by a poisonous snake in his cell and are all dying. And the guards, being the rock-stupidest bastards in existence, immediately rush in to investigate. No, you fool, don't open the door! The deadly cobras will escape! Zell runs out with the Moomba to bring back the weapons from a group of guards who just happen to be standing out in the hallway playing with all their equipment. Ah, his fists! Our shotguns are useless against them! After you get the weapons back, Zell brings them back to the ladies, and holy shit, he's growing! Ah! Anyway, the group decides that they're completely helpless without their weapons, and so their only hope of overpowering the guards is...
There was so much dumb shit in 8. Oh my god. There was so much. That reason that game gonna be so much fun to replay when they add the voice acting. Like, my god. You think that hit cussing us out every 5 awards and 7 gonna be great. Just wait to 8. Yeah, always 17. I hope 17 is good. Like, I would love for 17 to like return back to form. You know, maybe thought like leaning back into the more fantasy side. like the fantasy like cyberpunk type shit. Like don't get me wrong, I know 16 is like high fantasy, but it just feel like from what I have played and seen of 16 is like, you know, like a different vibe than, you know, like Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy 9 or Final Fantasy 6. You know, I would love to see something more in like, you know, not quite futuristic like 15, but not something as high fancy as 16, you know, something more in the middle though. Or no, maybe we would go back to just straight up being cyberpunk again, like it was for technically 7 and 8. Any of 8, I get 8 would let cyberpunk more just realism. Now thinking about it.
Yeah, it's that hard to explain vibe that these older games give off.
Yeah. Well, maybe 12 be a good example. Okay, you might be on to something else. Maybe 12 is an example of what I'm talking about, that in between. I feel like, yeah, now that you mention, I get 12 and 6 would probably be the closest to the feeling I'm talking about. Dude, yeah, them Dragon Quest remake look really good. Like, I never played the older Dragon Quest either. I only played like half of 8, and that was it.
I don't even think it's nostalgia. There are much smaller JRPGs that can still give you that vibe.
I agree. Yeah, I don't think it's nostalgia either. Like, don't get me wrong. I think if you have nostalgia, you might have like an easier time getting that. But you know, if you can look the other way. Okay, yeah, I'm taking us down, chat. Absolutely. But yeah, I think it is mainly like a design and writing. I feel like that is what is like missing in a lot of ways from like newer Final Fantasy. Because I guess that would be what probably the best way to put it. Everything is like so much more like grandeur, like it's like over the top. Might it be over the top serious or over the top comedic? And maybe that's the reason I like 15, of just having like I get same thing with the older Final Fantasy in general, like having time for characters to just breathe and just, you know, be around each other. You know, like for example of just literally, for example of this would be in like Final Fantasy 10. Would be when you walk up the stair and you hear Lulu and Waka talking. You know, talking about like, oh, we need to leave Tidus. Like, we need to abandon Tidus. Or over hearing them talking about Chapu and how we look like him. And like building that subplot of like, oh, Waka only like it because we look like your dead brother. And then just not a real talking point beyond the like 2 areas, and then just kind of, you know, go into the background of that being the only reason Waka tolerating us. And just like little thing like that, any if it doesn't really go anywhere or add too much to the overall plot, you know, it still like ground the character in a nice way. Like Final Fantasy 9 had that with like, you know, like literally just having like characters. I get the best way to put it would be like the example off the top of my head would be when you get in a boat with Dagger after you meet the Seminole lady. And like, don't get me wrong, or backstory about remembering the city being destroyed.
You mean like a show don't tell?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I said, more like just like little downtime, but yes. But like example of like that whole thing with Dagger in the boat in the summoning city. Like, that whole cutscene could have easily just been wrapped up of like, or being like, you know, having like, oh god, I remember this area. That was the area I came from, and the eye destroying it. And instead, it like we had the song, and then that had like the origin of where the song came from. We had like the foreplay leading up to that of them just talking about how they feeling in the moment. That and then like lead into or getting on memory back of the city being Detroit. It, like, so much of that is just like fluff that, you know, the only thing it does, it add to the ideal of that romance and how they are growing as a character. And like to the overall plot, it does really nothing beyond being like, you know, this is where they went away from, and now the intro at the beginning of the game made sense. But they had like all that extra like context. And I think that added the whole thing. I think honestly it what like a lot of like Final Fantasy kind of missed. It's just that like that downtime that is just there to get the character to like, you know, get growth in between each other and how they react with each other. But to be honest, it's probably why I like, you know, 16 or 15 so much. It's because 15 does a lot of that. But the problem is that, you know, the main story is garbage, and, you know, it's barely a functioning story at all from how badly that game was gutted. So, and you know, the like that type of like storytelling of like fluff cannot like fully carry a whole game on it back. Which is like the main reason why I have my opinion, just like, yeah, Final Fantasy 14 or 15 is a bad Final Fantasy, but man, them characters were great. But the overall game is just, you know, not great, and not to the same part as other Final Fantasy of that time, or before that time technically. But like the character itself carry it. And just like, you know, you need a pillar of, you know, like character mechanic and story. And I feel like a lot of RPG kind of missed out on that like character part. Or if they do recognize character, they go too far into it to the detriment of the plot. You know, such as, you know, what 15 did. And there's a lot of emptiness down here, chat. My God. But I think that is like the one thing that also might be missing from a lot of Final Fantasy, just having that fluff and that downtime. Like 100% is a problem. What's that ability? Train. Okay. Man. My thoughts on that. What are we doing, Luna? Are you leaving me, Luna? Oh God, nope, never mind. She's just adjusting. Never mind. Okay, we good on level? E, we good on level. Alright. Yeah. Pre-save my game. Thank you.
A swift retreat. Satisfied?
What do you mean?
Those who turned from Yevon died, while the faithful live on.
I see your chats.
The past 10
T.I.
years
gonna
have
be a
changed
Satch Panda
you, I
when
see.
you gotta play 13.
I will be too, don't you worry. Once again, right there is why we're talking about Leo chat, about how they only backed them up to kill them all. So once again, control.
You do not look so well. But now, more than ever, you must be the people's strength, their confidence. Anyone else would be expected to show their sorrow. But you are a summoner. You are Spira's hope. Until sin is defeated, you must not relent. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Are you afraid? Yuna, take me as your pillar of strength. As Yuna Leska had her, Lord Zayon. Lady Una, until next we meet, farewell.
He's just that manly. It's like he just a bell. Seymour just a bell. Let him run around and hunt for cubs.
Sin is checked.
Yeah. For a while there, I thought I could feel him. But that doesn't mean I believe you.
Sin is checked.
You're not one. Take me unit by. You might peel
all
by.
those people just for a chance to see me?
That's what Sin does. He wanted to show that to you. Do you know why?
How am I supposed to know?
So you would kill him. As long as he is Sin, Jecht will keep killing. He wants you to stop him.
You gotta be kidding. How do you know all of this anyway?
Wait, he was a guardian there, bud.
I'm not done talking to you. Don't you run away.
You're the one running.
Yeah, the best way I could describe Seymour is he literally a court leader. You know, he a court leader with the quibma that when he talks, you get a lot of like, man, that guy might actually know what he's talking about. Till you realize what he is talking about is he is doing it on purpose to manipulate you and to gain control over Una.
Jet Georgia Hutie Kappa.
Like that is the thing about Seymour. You know, the whole thing, you might think your preacher will love you and care. Till you realize, oh, they're just saying the thing to say the thing to get you to dump more money into the offering table. You know? Like that is what Seymour is. You know, you have the quibma and he know what to say and when to get the best reaction out of you for control reasons. You know, the whole thing you don't believe in. Either shit is just a part of, once again, controlling you.
Are you alright?
Actually, heal me.
Hold still.
Thank you. I don't know if I was horde. I just wanted her to heal me, chat.
I made a bundle with the operation prices. But the way it turned out, they deserved a better deal.
They did, buddy. Wait, does he not sell weapons?
The summoners are our only hope. Huh? You want to buy something?
Okay, yeah. So it was just healing item. Got it. What is it, Wag?
Hey, you two. Hurry up.
Oh god, 2 seconds. Okay, hang on.
In dark times, she must be.
He
must shine
talked.
bright.
Huh?
Now are dark times. Una tries hard.
We should help her then.
If we worry, she tries harder. Do not frown.
Don't worry, be happy.
You can come back and bit slap up chat.
Kimari tried too.
Smile, let me see.
Beautiful chat. Majestic chat.
By the way, Troy, you know about the old tattoo system they wanted to put in this game?
Not off the top of my head. Feel free to elaborate on that. I do not know what you're talking about, leaves off the top of my head. Also, what did you just send me? What did you just send me, Whack? Oh god, it Mega 64.
Jacuzzi in 1083.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, not long.
One of the character development system proposals for Final Fantasy X was a tattoo system where characters would have a 100 by 100 grid, and upon level up could place tattoos down to boost stats and learn abilities. Seymour's 1, Ject's and Brothers tattoos, which they still have in the final game, are a remnant of this system where different tattoos would confer what abilities the bearer could use.
Okay, I can see how that could evolve into the field grid system, and then by proxy into the what was it, active board or whatever it was called in 12. But yeah, that makes sense. I wonder if it was the whole thing of like once they got that's not who I wanted. Like once they got into making the field grid way higher. I wonder if that like kind of would start falling apart on it.
Remember watching a podcast quite a while ago, and they cover like trivia about the game's development.
Yeah, that is an interesting development. That will also explain why so many characters have tattoos in this. You know, it would also make sense about that. Oh god, it's stone, isn't it? I remember you casting stone. God, okay. 2000. God, that poison is nasty, chat. I'm telling you. Wait, what spell is it? Ice.
Let me break the ice.
I think I could use normal ice on this, wouldn't I? Now thinking about it. Yeah, I could have a little bit of an overkill, chat. Now thinking about it. Antidote? Hey, I got some antidote. Yay! Does he have a weakness? Lightning. Lightning is your weakness. Got it.
Also, I didn't know the tattoo on Ject's chest is supposedly the Zanarkand's team symbol. Tidus has that symbol on his outfit too. I know one is his. His necklace, no?
Yeah, his necklace is another one. I think the necklace is the same symbol that on his leg. Like, as well. So yeah. Yeah, because isn't that symbol also like in the logo for like the team when you're watching like the intro credits? Oh, for 3 turns. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, because they have it in the intro when they were doing like the Final Fantasy Yield 1987 to 2000 whatever. And then he had the necklace and on his pant leg, and then yeah, like yeah, Jet also have it, right? So okay, yeah, you stunned up. But yeah, interesting that they all like weapon the same team. But that made sense since what? Like we played on the same team as Jet. See that? Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck around with the plant. We're just doing a higher level file. Fuck it. Save points are not that far apart to give us our MP back.
You should listen to those podcasts sometime during your free time, like editing videos or some shit.
Yeah, that usually when I like watch stuff, flat listen to stuff. Like when I'm editing videos or working on stuff for the stream, you know, like thumbnails, emotes, overlay, like that type of stuff. That usually when I will have like a podcast or something going, especially when I'm doing stuff that I know will take me, you know, a hot minute to do. But yeah, feel free if you want. Feel free to link them in like the Discord or something. But yeah, I'd be interested in hearing some of that. Cause they're like yeah, the lore equation of like Final Fantasy X is always fascinating. Just like video game in general, like equation, like dev stories I love. You can learn about so many games by, you know, finding out how like the dev did shit.
Yeah, here's part 1. Since it's one of your faves.
Let me see. Oh god, it's so loud. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay, I know the YouTube channel. I've seen like a couple of them Final Fantasy video pop up. Yeah, Final Fantasy X Analyzing Episode 1 Development and History, the State of Art Podcast. Yes. Oh, did they do multiple parts? Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna save this. You shall be my image editing podcast. Thank you. Yeah, multiple part covering the game. That's saying something if they did multiple part on this. Show how deep this is. Or how much. No, and then again, I get with the game being what, like 20 some odd years old. I get a lot of information of this about the game now. Oh, dude, yeah, I would love that shit. That's the shit I love. It like meanings and development stuff. Yeah, deep dive in story. I feel like that would be the perfect Final Fantasy for that, since like I kind of feel like what Final Fantasy 7 when Final Fantasy started finally starting to get deep, and like 10 especially a deep. Like I have talked about the whole thing of it being, you know, still relevant or heavily relevant to this day, but like Metal Gear as well. Who knows? Maybe what we will do, maybe that will be the plan, TI. Maybe the actual plan, since it's an hour and a half. Oh god, I'm sorry, Luna. Need to stretch. There we go. Maybe the plan is sent, you know, Bonk sent up that Gundam. And you know, whatever you guys send me, I usually try to do on stream. So we might have like a Gundam stream coming up because of that. That Gundam probably would take about an hour and a half, 2 hours to put together. So maybe what we do, we save the discussion or the podcast for that, and we just watch that podcast on
Their
stream.
Xenogears coverage was 21 videos.
Jesus
each
Christ.
an hour to 2 hours long, keck.
That a lot, but now thinking on that, I get that makes sense, because that game is also kind of deep, right? Especially with a religious symbolism. But yeah, maybe that'd be the plan. We do what the Final Fantasy X up by putting together Gundam that Bonk sent up. Maybe that will be the plan here. Cause I don't think it would take that long to put it together. So about 1 hour, 2 hours might be perfect. So we all can learn about it again. Wait, is he immune? Chat, he was immune, chat. That did not go as planned. I probably need to get Yuna in here, why? Yeah, I think we get Yuna in here because we need to level Yuna. Can I? Oh god, triangle pat porn, doesn't it? Yeah. I didn't realize triangle pat porn. Oop. We can bring up the option and change the summoning feed, but never mind. Alright, this should get rid of Thorn, right?
Light shine strong, our woe be gone.
Okay, it does get rid of it. That's what I thought. I thought we were gonna get rid of it.
This ends now.
Did Joe Lightning? Well, not Joe, sorry. Luna Lightning. Yeah, that what I think you what about that. Like, yeah, I think if they get torn to stone, they can get hit and get broken. I think you might be right on that. I could be wrong as well, but I feel like that was a thing in the end. There we go. We immune to that, chat. Nice. Yeah, like that. I haven't played through this game either since like 2018, 2019. I think it was 19, right? Yeah, it was 19. What my last achievement said on my last playthrough. So you know, we at what is that? Like 5.5 years since the last time I played this. It did not feel like it's been that long, like at all. It felt like it only been like a year or two.
Get him, Loon.
Wait, is it put down just Loon? Fucking dyslexia, chat. They struck again, chat. I hate it. I hate it. God, so close, chat. I feel like we can rename later though, so if my memory's sore, we will fix it then, I guess.
Take that.
Yeah, it's like tune.
Yeah, so like Silent E then. I get Luna fine. Like I call Luna Loon sometime too when she being cute. Would count.
First down the Moonflow to the Guado city of Guadosalam. Then we cross the Thunder Plains to the Temple of Macolania.
Yay!
Oh boy.
And before that, we get to pray at the temple in Jose.
We can't just skip all that, can we? Huh?
Mm-mm. I have to pray to the faith in every temple in order to earn the final Aeon.
That's a summoner's training. She's got to prepare mind and body, all just to get ready for the final summoning.
Must be tough, Yuna.
I'll be fine with you here.
And what you will be, lady. I will protect you, Yuna. Go the other way. Oh, I can't go the other way. Okay, never mind.
New guy.
What?
Me?
Who else?
What can I do for you, boss?
Don't tell Yuna you know about Sin and Jekt.
Huh?
You know her. She would distance herself from you. We do not want that.
I see. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
blow
but even
out.
if I did say something,
Yeah,
no one
wingman
believes
White
me,
Hill.
You know?
Yuna would.
Ah.
Not long.
You have a point.
You believe
Come to think
anything.
of it, did I really have to know about Jekt? What about my feelings?
Better than you finding out at a critical moment, becoming emotional.
What? Me? Emotional?
Oh, buddy.
I heard you were quite the crybaby.
Yeah. Maybe when I was a kid. Maybe even
Pretty
a little
cool.
now. Just a little. Hey, I still don't buy your story, you hear?
A 2000 coolness. That why. Man, still can't go that way. Got it. Oh god, we got wide on the temple. I didn't realize that.
Whoa.
God, I want a figure of him. Don't think they ever made new figures of him.
I don't think so either. I haven't seen. I get other than what, like Yuna and Tidit maybe. So like my Lulu statue I have here, like this Luna statue is like one of the super old one, because like when Sam bought that, I think it was like the figure date on it was like 2005 or some shit. So like any of my Lulu statue is like a super old statue. But I am with you. Like I love Orn. Orn would be like, yeah, the one I would want to figure up, like badly.
Yuna, it is good to see you and your companions are well.
Yourselves as well, Captain. We were worried. Praise be to Yevon.
Yeah, Yuna and Tidus got new figures. Maybe I feel like a year or two ago. Maybe less.
One made it. We make
That's
pretty
what I
poor
thought as well.
chocobo-mounted forces without chocobos.
We turned our backs on the teachings and cast away our faith. This is our just reward.
But yeah, it would be nice to have Orn one. You would think they would have a new one of him, because like I know he is also a fan favorite.
So many died in vain. It was a mistake.
And just like that, these guys have found Jesus again.
It's just you now, but don't worry, we're here for you.
Which was the plan of that
You
master.
should never have ignored the teachings.
Yep, they are born again Christians, just like that, chat. Any of the leaders got them killed on pulpits. Oh, I can move. Oh, my bad. I thought we was in a cutscene. Oops, my bad, chap.
Awesome.
The Lightning Mushroom Rock. It only opens when a summoner is addressing the faith.
That means another summoner's already in there.
Another summoner?
That mean we gotta get the fort, wine.
We have to hurry.
We gotta shank a fort.
Right. In we go.
Let's go shank a fort. Also, can multiple people be talking to the same god, chat? I get a good way to find out, you know, the strong survive here.
Yevon now, Braska. So you're a champion of Yevon now, Braska?
Yeah, I don't think Barker liked the outcome of this as either. He just went along with it, huh?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, thank God it's
May I
not
ask your
bikini
name?
lady or thong lady.
I am Summoner Yuna from the Isle of Besaid.
As I thought. The daughter of Lord Braska. You have the look of your father.
My father? You knew him?
No.
Everyone knew
I
him.
have never met the man. Ah, my apologies. I am Isaru. I am a summoner, like you.
I'm Bussy. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Maroda. I'm guarding my big brother here.
Since I was a child, I've always looked up to Lord Braska. I wished I would someday become a high summoner like he was. You must have some of your father's talent in you. I believe you might someday defeat Sin.
I'm not really. I've only just become a summoner.
Of course, I've no intention of losing either. So perhaps we should race to see who can defeat Sin first, no?
Oh, very well then. I accept your challenge.
Oh, Bell. It's always 10 years from now.
Yuna, I beg your leave. Good luck to both of us.
Now the question.
Yes.
From a lore point of view. If, like, say he did defeat Sin, and Luna, oh, not Luna, Yuna, was only missing, like, 1 or 2 summons. Does that mean we get, like, 10 years from now, we can just skip to the last 2 summons? That's the question now. Also, I don't know about you, chat, but that lightning seemed very dangerous just being out in the open like that. I'm just saying, it's like, could we technically get all the way up to Lady Unaleka and just be like, nah, we're just gonna leave for 10 years. And then 10 years later, just like come and just kill Stan. Hey,
Troy trying to scam with getting summons.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know about you, but you know, you make like 10 summon or get all the way up to the end, and then the 10 year happens, send it only around for like a day. You know, I'm just saying.
Me? You are Yuna's guardian, no?
You only had to deal with Sin for a few hours every 10 years. Sound like a plan.
Thought you should know.
I heard it from those crusaders. Seems that summoners have been going out on pilgrimage and just disappearing.
It could just be...
I don't play video games no more. I never play video games.
Sorry I don't know more.
Not my fault, I'm stuck in a cutscene.
Watch your back. Ain't much future for a guardian without a summoner, eh?
What? What y'all talking about?
I like these guys. These guys are very helpful.
We're talking about doing your job as a guardian.
Hey, I'm doing good. Right, big brother?
Please be careful.
Will do.
Thank put heads up. Bye.
Passe!
Oh, what?
We're leaving!
Be right there.
Probably should be Queen Man in a short chat. I'm just saying.
The cloister of trials lies within. Are you prepared?
No, hang on. What was that save point? Was there a save point out here? Ah, there is. Yes, I'll also take it to the shop. My bad, I totally missed the save point. Sorry, but the beds are all taken. That's fine, I'm here to buy stuff. You know, if we find anything good, that is. Man, a lot of that stuff is kind of the same, isn't it? Yeah, I think I'm good on some of that. Alright. Give me the stay, please. Okay, there we go, champ. Alright. I think what the plan gonna be as Luna standing up. You know what happening, Cat? I think Luna know what happening. I think the plan going to be, chat. I think I'm probably gonna head out at almost 1 a.m. chat. Tiredness is healed. So I think probably what's gonna happen in the Game of War win over, and then also we got stuck in that bot fight. I think the plan gonna be probably tomorrow. I need to double check. Keep eye on Turtle, keep eye on Discord, all that stuff. But I think the library doing some crafting thing tomorrow. I need to see what's going on with Sam about that. So probably what we're gonna do tomorrow is that way, you know, we have like CM and everybody awake. Probably thought once I get back, if me and Sam does do that, probably jump in Dead by Daylight, then do a couple hours Dead by Daylight, and then hop back into Final Fantasy. Because I am not waking up to get ready to do that puzzle, let alone doing quick time events. And like I said, I still don't need to fuck up my sleep schedule too much, because I still got that fucking government thing happening here in the next few days.
4 hours.
Not 4 hours. And not 4 hours. I've been live for a little over 10. Hey, I'm bad at math, chat. It's twice. We've been live for 10, chat. God damn it, now you got Pie doing it. And Sam and down there screaming, yeah. So I think Sam is backing you guys up on that. But either way, I'll be back tomorrow. We will wrap up the rest of the temple. Do some Dead by Daylight and go from that. I don't know, Sam is just down there screaming yap at the top of the lung. I don't know why it's happening. But yeah. Either way, I'm out and about, chat. Have yourself a wonderful night. If you're on Twitch and YouTube, or Twitch and Kick, I mean, like always, VODs will be up in a moment. And I've got the photo. So once again, I gotta figure out time. Either way, I'll probably put a message up on Discord in probably like 5-10 minutes. Once I see what time that stuff happening tomorrow. But either way, till then, enjoy the VOD. Have yourself a good night. T.I. Price, CM, Mason, Genesis, X, Joe. I get Joe. Wag, and everyone else that's been here throughout the night. Have yourself a wonderful night.
Night, Lord Chat. Lord Troy.
I think I'm a peasant at that. Lord Chat is actually peasant for me, probably. Either way, have yourself a good one. And enjoy the VODs. And I will see you sometime tomorrow. Bye.